Over the past decade or so of my online journey, I've seen a lot of content come and go. And what I've learned across this thing is there's these patterns that kind of somewhat repeat themselves over and over and over. And so today's video, I'm going to share 5 things not to do when coming to create content, and 3 things that I can give to you that you can use today on how to build content that actually works. Stay tuned. What's up, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you with another high-ticket tune-up. Hope you're doing really well today. Don't forget to smash that like button. Share this out to somebody who needs to get better in sales, specifically maybe focused on content today. And of course, if you find value throughout this video, make sure and smash that subscribe button, because that's what I do it for. And practically 99% of you guys listening and watching right now are not subscribed to my channel. So click that red button. I appreciate it so much. All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about how to build content that actually works. And there's a couple of things that I wanted to cover first. So over my journey, I've seen people create content at a very high level and create content not at the highest level. I'm guilty of creating content that can be sometimes, or what used to be considered like not the best quality of content, but over the years, it gets slowly better and better and better. As you build up your team, things get better and better and better. Remember, hiring video editors can be simple and fast and convenient and great, but finding a really good one is hard to do. So I'm not going to get into that today, but let's talk about how to build content that actually works. Here is the first of 5 things not to do. So these are the top 5 don'ts with content. Okay. Number 1, lack of audience understanding, right? The biggest thing that I see is people say, oh, I have this great idea, Sean. Oh, I have this service or this product or this whatever it is. And then they don't have any idea who they want to send it to and why they're even wanting to send it to those people. Listen, if you don't know who they are or what they want, your content won't resonate, period. Right? So lack of understanding of your audience is definitely number 1. A lot of ways to get around that. I'll share some of those here shortly. Number 2, low quality, right? I can't stress this enough. People love to see the high definition. Recently, how many pixels are in your new latest TV screen? Probably a ton of them, right? High quality is the way to go. But low quality, and it could be way more than just the videography or the video. It could be poorly written. It could be confusing content. It will turn your prospects off, and it will not attract engagement, which is the key for your content anyways. What is content? Content should be that marketing piece that gets people to open their eyes, so you pattern interrupt them and they start swimming in your direction. If you have low quality content, people will probably watch it for a few seconds and then leave, right? What is the piece of content that you've watched that's been low quality that you watched the whole thing? Probably not too many, right? Even drop the link in the comments below. I'd love to see that. Number 3, inconsistency. This is another trend that I see with a lot of certain people. In fact, podcasting is interesting. Even using podcasting as an example here, if you inconsistently post a podcast or post content, right? I would consider a podcast some type of a content play. Most podcasters quit after 90 days, like some staggering statistic. It was like 96% of people who start podcasts quit after 90 days. And if you are that inconsistent person, and you only do it for a short period of time and then you stop, guess what? Your content will not work for you. Might work for a little bit, might work 1 or 2 or 3 times. Like, look, if you checked out my YouTube channel, you can see that I've posted a lot of videos twice a week at a minimum for a very long period of time. And now I'm just starting to see these things start to explode. Content is a longer term game, and you got to be consistent with it. That's why in fact, I enjoy doing it. And that's the thing. If you're going to create content around something that you enjoy creating, because I think you're going to have a lot of better luck if you do. Okay, next one, lack of engagement. Content that doesn't encourage engagement can fall flat. What do I mean? Hey, like this channel, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment on this racial or this topic that's controversial that I'm sharing, right? I'm obviously not racial, but encourage the engagement. If you get people to say stuff, that is going to work for you. If you don't have any site of call to actions, any links, anything like that, then it probably won't work that well for you. Okay. Lastly, but not least, not adapting to the platform is another thing that I've seen. So I've seen a lot of these big influencers and all these other people that create content, and they go out and they create one thing. They create a big, long piece of content, and then they're going to chop it all up, and they use the same content across all the different platforms. Unfortunately, that doesn't work super well. Each platform has its own specific dialect when it comes to video editing and content creation of anything, whether it be words, whether it be pictures, whether it be videos, whatever, right? And so we need to learn the language or the dialect of each platform that's out there. And when you do that, it becomes much easier to win with content. So those are the 5 don'ts with content. Here's the 3 do's with content, right? So number 1, this is probably easily the most important one, understanding your audience, right? Who is your audience? Where do they hang out? What do they like, right? What are they interested in? Do they go here, there, or anywhere, right? These are the things that we need to do. What do they value, right? There's this really cool tool that shows you the top 21 values of any person on earth. And it'd be very easy to go and figure out which one of those values that your particular tribe resonates with. When you do, guess what? Now you can create content around that topic. And that's what you do, right? You just tailor your content around those things that that person would be interested in or might be struggling with or have a problem with. A lot of content that works the most effectively for sales, because that's what I focus in all the time, is where you throw out a problem that somebody may be having, your perfect avatar, right? So figuring out who they are and what they struggle with. A lot of the time we find it's the people that have been us or are us from 10 years before us, right? So, or after us. So you go through the problem first, and then you're, 2, 3, 5, 10 years past that problem, you can actually market back to those people because you went through that same problem. And so throwing out a problem like that is an easy way to get content to resonate with the exact person that you used to be. And that usually turns into really great clients. And those guys become raving fans because they might be on the same path that you happen to be on. So understanding your audience is absolutely most critical thing of any business when you get started. Secondly, is we need to engage with high quality only. Can't stress this enough. Should be interesting, should cover facts, should give a lot of relevancy, should be well crafted, and should just provide a lot of value. And again, it should also encourage engagement, right? And I like those prolific things where you can argue about this side or that side, right? Or if it's, hey, which one do you like better? Or what's your thoughts on this, right? Never ask, what do you think? Because that's just not the best question that you can ask specifically in any sales conversation, but also on a video like this. I just said, what are your thoughts? Which is a mistake I made, but you get the point, right? The thing that I teach when I teach sales is I tell people, never ask a question as a sales professional that you don't already know the answer to and is an easy question for a prospect to answer. Because why? People take the path of least resistance. As a sales professional, if we can ask something that we already kind of know the answer to and it's an easy layup question for that person's going to answer it and like you more. It's just how it works, okay? And then so number 3 is this. Consistency and frequently, right? The more consistent and frequently you can post, the better off you can. Regularly scheduled content builds engagement. Very important to know that. And tone, aesthetics, subject matter actually count. A recent study came out, says that 55% of communication is nonverbal. Okay, that means the way I'm looking, I'm talking, like all the things that I'm doing, my body language, all of that stuff is encompassed or incorporated in that 55% of nonverbal, right? 38% of this is the way you say what you say. So it's the way you act, and it's how you say what you say. It's not exactly what you say, but subject matter does count, needs to be relevant and interesting, but it needs to be factual, right? 7% is the words. So just something to think about when it comes to the tone, aesthetics, and subject matter that actually do count. Time of day is another important one. Each platform is different. They have these really cool systems now that will tell you the metrics on here's the best time to post, specifically on a YouTube channel. It'll show you right as you're uploading the whole process. And so that is the main 3 things that I've seen the patterns just work over and over. And what are they again? Number 1, understand your audience. Number 2, high quality and relevant content only. And number 3, if you consistently and frequently publish good quality content, guess what's going to happen? Your viewership's going to go up. Your user base is going to go up. People are going to like you more. But most importantly, people will buy from you. That's it for today. Don't forget to smash that like button. Share that out to somebody that might need to see this. And if you got some value from this, at least one little nugget. First of all, tell me below in the comments. Engage with me. I would love it. It's a conversation. It's not a one-sided thing. And with that said, make sure and subscribe. And I will speak with you on the next one. Ciao for now.